In this video, we'll refine a selection using both Refine Edge and a layer mask. Open selection.psd and go to the Channels panel. Here you'll find an alpha channel. Hold down the Command key on the Mac, which is the Control key in Windows, and click the alpha channel thumbnail to load the selection. Then switch back to the Layers panel. So we have our rough selection, and now it's time to refine it. Use the Quick Selection tool and click Refine Edge up here on the Options bar to open this dialog box interface. We'll begin by choosing Smart Radius and increasing this to a value of about 1.5 pixels. This is going to analyze the edge, and you can see this here if you check Show Radius. So it's doing additional processing on the edges to determine where the contrast is greatest, and this is going to help you extract the entourage that much more accurately. Now right here, this tool is selected by default, Refine Radius tool. It expands the detection area. So right here in the hair area, I'm going to paint over the edge of the hair, and it's going to analyze that area and remove some of that from the selection. We're getting the wispy hair, but we're also getting some of the background here. We're going to have to clean that up after we're done with this Refine Edge tool using a layer mask. Now, right here, we can adjust the edge. You can start by shifting the edge one way or the other. You can see that if I go to the right, I'm adding pixels from the original photo into this selection. And if I go to the left, I'm removing those and eating away at the edge a bit. In this case, I might want to remove just a little bit of the edge, maybe about -10% or so. Incidentally, you can change values on any selected slider by using the up and down arrow keys to move them incrementally. You can also choose to decontaminate the colors along the edge. Let's do none and then full. You can see there is a change. Again, none and full. I think somewhere in the middle would be about the best. We're going to output this to a new layer with a layer mask. Up here we have some additional options. We can choose to smooth the edge. What does that look like? It really rounds everything out. We don't have too many sharp edges on these human figures, so they're already fairly smooth. But we can round off any hard edges by dragging this up slightly. Feather softens the edge. If you feather the edge, it becomes partially transparent. And that's not really appropriate here. The only place where we do want feathering is right up here in the hair area, and we've already gotten that by using this tool. Contrast sort of works in an opposite fashion to feather. It increases the contrast of the edge and hardens it up. If you go all the way, you have very clearly defined hard edges everywhere. We don't want to do that. Here, we might want to increase the contrast slightly. Now finally, click OK, and you create a new layer with a mask. You can view the contents of the mask by holding down the Option key in the Mac or Alt key in Windows and clicking on the mask thumbnail. So this is what was output from the Refine Edge dialog box. Again, I'll Option or Alt click the mask to go back. I'll zoom in here on the hair, and you can see there are some areas here that I don't want. So I'm going to select the paintbrush and press X to exchange foreground and background colors so that black is in the foreground, and then decrease the brush size by pressing the left bracket key. Then I can paint over this area to remove it from the selection. Also down here, I'll paint over this area. I think that's just about everything. Actually, there's a little bit of pixels here I notice. Could be removed, perhaps. I'll press B for brush and just remove a little of that. And everything else looks good. So I'm going to zoom out, rename this People, and then I'm going to right-click on the layer mask and choose Apply Layer Mask. Now we have a layer containing only the people. I'll right-click on it one more time and choose Convert to Smart Object. I can then throw the background away, and we're left with a file containing just these two people extracted from their photographic background. So in this video, you learned several techniques that help you to refine your selections and create entourage in the form of a smart object.